carries on the ends of Nova.
Yeah, so and right off the bat, NAOS is going to be targeting one of those solo carries, getting rid of the Akali. Jay's going to be the answer here from Nova, getting rid of strong solo laners. The coaches look very serious. They've got a notepad, they've got a pen. This looks to be full try-hard for them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I do feel like, what do you call this? Could be a primary... I wouldn't be surprised if all their targets is the first 3 lanes. When you see on the map, the top, the jungle, and as well as the mid lane. And most of the times, once you ban a mid laner, sometimes you even ban all 3. The jungle and as well as the top. So it does make sense. For on Nova's end, I really like this ban on the Vi. Just an easy anti-carry, banning that one of that anti-carries.
Right? Yeah. That's a really good call out. And NAOS as well, banning the Fiora and the Olaf both for long.
Holy Bear's
Bear, one of the new champions. I guess the second newest champion is going to get taken out. We're not going to see that one. He does look a little bit too strong right now. But Camille is going to be locked in here, probably for Calm.
I like this. It makes so much sense because if Nova is going for a solo carry farm for the entirety of the game, which is, you know, a Jax can be in the jungle, a Jax can be on top. Honestly, we still don't know. Well,
yeah, we've got the Jax nerfs come in for his jungle clear, but I think it's still very playable, and it's such a long champion that I won't be surprised to see him pull that one out. The Ziggs gets locked in as well. The more things change, the more they stay the same. This is looking like a very Nova draft so far.
It's such a Nova draft. This is so... You need the wave clear so that whoever is going to be on the Jax is able to farm. I'm assuming that's going to be towards long. And the Varus as a response as well.
Varus. Yeah,
the Ziggs Varus. This is so nostalgic. Well, how are you feeling, Omo? This is pretty nostalgic. They're giving us the nostalgia special.
This is not. This is new to me.
The Ornn.
I mean, I was assuming the Camille's gonna go top, but with the On getting locked in, could this be like a On support? Maybe I know that's something that gets played a bit in Wild Rift. Maybe they put the On in the top lane and the Camille goes jungle. I'm not super sure. A lot of flex picks coming out, and that's one of the best part of the Wild Rift drafting process, right? A lot of versatility, a lot of flexibility.
Exactly. I don't even know where this Gragas is going to end up once it gets locked in. There's just so many possibilities on this draft, but there is that hanky, disengaged, or even engaged frontline already ready, up and running for Nova Esports. This is looking to be such a scary, what do you call this, composition where Nova just farms for the entire game and they've got disengaged.
Yeah, for sure. And the ban phase is where it does get a little bit tricky. We don't know where any of these picks are going, and I doubt the teams have a clear idea as well. So what are you going to ban? I think it's just priority, right? Like, what counters your comp now? Get rid of that.
Which is interesting because they banned out the Kha'Zix, which means they're assuming that the Ornn probably support, and the jungle is still pretty much missing here.
Yeah, it seems that way, right? Like, I don't know, unless we see something crazy like an on mid, which is unlikely, but not impossible. They're probably assuming that the Camille is top. So that's the one clear picture we have right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good replacement for something like a Vi as well. And there's still a lot of jungle bans happening on the ends of Nova.
Okay.
Which is now for NAOS. What is your response?
Lilia getting taken out, so not many jungle options left. That's nice. They ban away the Yasuo. They don't want to give over the Yasuo Gragas combo, but you know what? We've got his brother. Yon gets locked in here. Probably for a solo lane. Might be for the jungle as well. Very strong.
We don't know. It's so amazing to me that I'm looking at this composition already, and we still don't know.
Yeah, we don't know
where people are going with this composition, with the picks now.
Some things have fallen into place, right? We know that Ziggs is gonna go Dragon Lane. We know that Varus is gonna go Dragon Lane. If Lucian gets locked in, that's a mid laner, which probably puts on support. It's like we're filling in the puzzle pieces right now.
Yeah. It's not incredibly very clear cut, but this Gwen being locked in, again, we don't know if this is going to be jungle or top lane just yet. But one thing that we do know is the Ornn's going to be support, just as you said. Wait,
is it available?
We can play Vlad? Come on, please.
I hope he's not scared. Okay, it gets locked in. We're gonna see Vlad.
We're gonna see Vlad. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so it can't be Vlad jungle, right? So by process of elimination, I guess it's gonna be... Okay, it has to be Gragas support.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, it's just like there's so many conditions right now. Okay, we're seeing them lock things in. So, okay, we know where the champions are going now. It is on support. It's going to be Ziggs, Gragas bot lane. And we're going to see a mid lane matchup of Vlad and Lucian. That has to be Lucian favorite for the early game at least, right?
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like when it comes to, I guess, once you have all your, I guess, level 3, that's the time maybe Vlad is able to retaliate, and as well as level 6, you can just pop him like a balloon, basically, once you're able to set that kill up. But yeah, you're right. I feel like early game, it does feel like the Lucian will be able to get that upper hand as long as he's not under lethal once level 5 comes. Be fine.
Yeah, and one thing I missed, was that a Camille jungle or a Gwen jungle?
I think it was a Camille jungle.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat here and I'm gonna go back to the bot that's playing right now. Oh no, I missed that. It's fine. Never mind. Okay, all good.
That's okay.
We're just gonna have to wait for the game to start to see.
I'm guessing it was a Camille jungle. That's what I'm guessing.
Interesting.
If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. I'm sad.
I mean, either way, right? Like, I think Camille jungle with a Lucian mid into Yone and Vlad.
There we go.
Both like slow champs. You should be able to get things going. Oh man, what is this?
This is so cool. This is absolutely amazing.
I love the stage. The champions, the AR champions are so cool as well. Yeah, I do believe they're playing in the middle of Shanghai right now, right?
They are. They are currently all in Shanghai, China, and
Super
the
cool.
influencers and the qualified teams from WRL Asia, like from the Philippines, they all flew all the way here, and to compete here at the Ionia Cup.
All right, and run us through it, Riku. What are we looking at here?
It's actually the Camille jungle right now, actually on towards the towards NAOS at this time around. But I like what you just said, right? The duo mid lane and the jungle, really strong level 5, but something, at least for Nian,
He ignited him already.
very early 1v1, both of them actually, and it does feel like Mitsura is the one who lost that.
Oh yeah, like the Empower Q coming in from the Vlad was just so strong right there, and I like that he added the pole level 2 as well, suspecting the possibility of the all-in. So much damage coming in from the Vlad, right? Like, that's the thing about new champions, like sometimes you don't know how strong they are, and Nian is just showing off that this champion might be a little bit oppressive in the mid lane.
It's gonna be very scary also once level 3 comes with that 1v1 matchup. I do feel like Mitsuru has to be careful. I don't know if they're able to use a flash already exchanged on the ends of mid lane, but we have to see a little bit of preview on how the outside perspective looks like.
Super cool, and we see the on support actually doing something that only he can, crafting the items already. And with the bot prio, Yami's just gonna ditch the lane, come over, chase Mitsura completely out of lane. And yeah, you might have a strong mid-jungle duo, but if you don't capitalize on it, if you get lead somewhere else, the support just comes over, sways the whole dynamic of the lane.
Yeah, that's the problem. I feel like, you know, now it still has to pretty much wait till level 5 to take advantage of that Camille ult and destroy the enemy mid laner. But at the end of the day, whoa, wait, hold on, Margot just wants to deny that back.
Yeah, that's a good job. I mean, that helps, right? It slows the tempo a little bit here, gives Mitsura a bit of time to come back in, push the wave out, maybe get a bit of a wave lead himself.
It's super important, that's true, to be able to get prio on that mid lane, because Mitsura is having a bit of a difficult time, and Mirmo is one of the I suppose legacy players from League of Legends as well, a very well-known AD carry, and I'm looking forward to see his performance. I mean, not on a flashy champion, yes, like he's on a Varus right now, but I'm sure his ult will be, and positioning will be very important later on these team fights.
Yeah, it's going to be super important to look out for, to see what he can do to set up his team. We've got a lot of carries, right? But what are carries without the support? And Long has his ultimate. He's going to start looking for a gank here immediately.
Oh, that is definitely a quick gank. Calm is super low right now, almost half HP. He's forced to retreat at this point. But no summoner spells being used, so he's fine.
Yeah, he's all good. I think... Does he have barrier? I might have seen a barrier get popped right there. That would be interesting. Maybe he didn't take flash. We'll have to wait for the observer to show us that one. I like the early ninja tabis for the Vladimir as well in the mid lane. Oh my god, the anti-synergy that luck.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. It's okay. It's okay. They're gonna go back anyways in a few.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, he's helping him get closer to his tower so he can recall, right?
Exactly. And right now, with what do you call this? With the lane in the mid lane, it's going to be a bit worrisome for Mitsura. We talked about that big level 5 that might pop him out, but I think Mitsura is able to win that trade against Nian.
Yeah, it's a good job there from Mitsura. He needs to start winning these trades, and I think him having the executioner calling is gonna be super important for him to start trading more heavily as well, because you just stop the Vlad from being able to regen up whatever damage you do to him. And 4 minutes on the clock, it's time to swap into the mid lane so we can get prio for our neutral objectives.
Yeah, that is going to be the dragon that's going to be spawning in 5 seconds actually. So we'll see. So far the prio is in favor definitely on the ends of Nova Esports. They've been doing a good job controlling, as Nian wanted to get a pick on towards Mitsura but couldn't at this point. Still pretty much alive.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay, but so much pressure being put on him. Yemi is just all over the map right now, roaming between mid lane, bot lane, getting pressure wherever he can, helping his solo laner out, helping Nian get some pressure on the map.
But this is scary. I think Mitsura could be in deep trouble. Good thing he has the culling for that wave clear, but there's the turret. Oh my gosh, the damage! I don't think he expected that. Okay, he's fine, but they have prio.
Yeah, I don't think the Vlad out was used there. That might have been enough for Lito, but they're content just chasing him off the tower, forcing him to base so the dragon can be secure.
And even wanting to defend some of the turret plates even. I think that's true going into the pockets of Nian already. So far, so good for what do you call this? For Nova.
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same. Not the same. Nova now.
You got the N sound, yeah.
The N sound, yeah. Oh.
And we haven't seen much from Fate. He has been power farming it up, but long goes in.
Here we go. Margot, very in dangerous HP numbers at this point. Is able to get that knock up at least before he falls down. Mitsura might be in big trouble here. Unable to get a kill and a trade onto Nian, but here comes Mirmo. We talked about him earlier. Unfortunately, the Q doesn't hit, but they want to chase. The 280 carries, knocking Nian down. And that's at least a 1-for-1.
Nothing hits, but it doesn't matter. You've got the auto attacks from both 80 carries.
Oh, they want more.
They're going for the dive onto Long.
Long, though, is still pretty much alive. Is gonna dash right in. Fate with a sweep on the face. That is huge. They get even a tower as a bonus.
Yeah, they get the turret. That's really nice from Fate. They're using the Rift Herald the moment he started to play. They might be able to even get 2 turrets. Triforce Camille, double marksman. It's not impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. It's already 600 HP, but Nian has a different focus in mind. Here comes the ult, separating Mirmo and the rest of the squad. Fate is in trouble as well. I don't think he has any modes of escape, but the shield pops in. He has a flash. He's walking towards the river, gets a heal. And Remake, does he want to chase this down? Looks like that's going to be enough.
Yeah, we're just seeing action cross-map right now. Both teams looking for plays. Both supports so active, having to just secure their solo laners' lanes, keep them safe.
And it's super good too. You're right. I felt like they wanted to do something at top lane at least to make a trade, because bot lane second tier tower is pretty much non-existent. But NAOS still able to hold on towards his tower.
Holding on to all turrets except for bot lane tier 1, which was taken with the Rift Herald there for the side of NAOS. So far, it's still a pretty even game. A little bit of a gold lead for NAOS. I'm a little bit confused by that one, actually.
Which one?
So on the top left of the screen, we see Nova on the blue side and NAOS on the red side. Not sure if that one's super accurate. We won't go off that right now. Based off of vibes, I do think the gold is pretty even.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, either way, it is going to be just a 2k gold difference at the moment. I guess the biggest question is where that gold is funneling into.
Yeah, I think a lot of that would be in Long as well as Nian's pocket, which is exactly where you want that gold to be. Long already has his Blade of the Rune King. That's not a super big power spike. He's probably going to need one more item.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be important for those fights later on once they initiate this. But this is going to be a potential tower dive. But they're very disciplined. NAOS is super disciplined right now. They don't have information where the rest are, so they don't want a tower dive.
They don't want a tower dive. They want to get the turret. They were close, but not quite enough. The Super Mega Inferno Bomb comes in, but doesn't quite find anything there. Yemi's just zoning everyone away.
Yeah, they might actually start a fight because Long is like right here, is able to get that ult down. It's just pure chaos at this point. And now Long is gone. And that's an incredible, crazy ult coming from Ornn. And Nian is forced to run away. Mira wants more. He wants that auto attack. One more auto attack.
Oh no.
And no.
There was enough support. The CC from Yami and Remake waiting in the wings makes this such a close trade. It started off with Long getting one shot. He got chain CC taken down there. But such a good turnaround from NAOS to really answer that one. They're trying to trade mid lane in response to the top lane getting taken.
Yeah, it's a really good trade so far, but this collapse coming from Yami looks like nothing will happen there because the tower is pretty much already gone.
Death Cap first item getting picked up by Nian. That's gonna be a very big power spike for him. Just wants pure damage. And look at Long here, the super nice chain to just CC him up, not let him get anywhere. And this is nice for Margot, getting a 3-man on Han.
Yeah, that is super massive. Yeah, but Mirmo not quite strong with the auto attacks just yet, as Nian is able to survive with that. And of course, the Ice Dragon will now spawn in a few, or has already spawned. That's why they want to initiate a fight. But look at that! Oh no, Margot is in deep trouble. He's trying to run away, but the rest of Nova's already here in the party. And Mirmo also may be the second one to fall, and now he's gone. Now it's a 5v3 situation. Mitsura trying to land all of these auto attacks flashing through, and now Itse is gone as well. Mitsura is going to be in the middle of everything, unable to escape, and Calm may be the next one to fall, and Fate the only one left. Nova wins the fight and will get the dragon.
It's a disaster. They burn everything at the start to kill Margot, but the members of NAOS just kept trickling in one by one, and it wasn't enough. They didn't have the damage. And Nova looks like they want to take everything.
They do want to get everything, and they are taking everything at this point. And it's one of those things where they wanted to NAOS just wanted to buy time till Margot and Mirmo survives, but in the end they have to wait for another death timer.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. They lose the dragons, they lose a bunch of kills. That's Ice Dragon. Look at the top left of your screen. Super cool effect we've got going on there.
That's pretty. It's like a flower. It does look like a flower. You're with me, right? It looks like a flower.
Yeah, it does. It's one of those snowflakes. It's nice. It's like
yeah, exactly. It's cute. It's cute. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go, yeah. Margot is his icon next to his head. I haven't played on, but I do believe that means he can craft on item right now. I would assume.
I think so too. I think that, and also maybe the teammate can also buy.
But in the inventories, I don't see any upgraded on items right now. So, let's see. We've got 2 death caps still on the side of Nova. That's so huge. Cosmic Drive as well. For the Vladimir, you've got everything you need. CDR and damage. The 2 perfect stats for that.
And especially when he is able to utilize all of that in a team fight, that's going to be massive. And the thing is, NAOS' composition is a type of comp that really wants to sort of stick together and make sure the peel for the AD carries. And Nian alongside with Yami and Remake, this is going to be a painful push towards that tower.
Yeah, nothing quite gonna really come out of this one. They might try to stop Aaron. No, just gonna get a stack on the Vlad Q.
They don't have vision there. I mean, now, so they might get baited. Actually, that's a beautiful ult. Margot, unfortunately, will have to fall down, and they're one of the biggest, big ults to initiate a fight is gone.
Yeah. That's the problem with on support, right? Like, you're great in these 5v5 team fights. You can just call the on Han in, but it's so easy to pick you. You're just a slow, lumbering hulk of a champion that if they get on top of you, you don't have the means to escape. The turret drops, you're gonna jump on Lisa.
Maybe this is the key. Maybe they just need to get this down, but unfortunately the ult may not connect, but they still get the kill in the end. And now look at this. Calm with a split push here. They have to stop the ports, but with the Baron being acquired, that's going to be a very fast recall. Calm just wants to force his tower down. I think he's going to get it. And Calm might just be that big sacrifice before the tower, because the tower is already pretty much gone. And Nova will have to fight again this entire fight without that tower at the bottom.
Yeah, that's gonna be an inhibitor or like super minion wave coming in for the bot lane throughout the rest of the game here, so that's a big gap despite the fact that he does drop. You're gonna see a replay of that one. I mean, not much to really look at. He just doesn't really have a target to hit, right? Nian goes into pull, and that's about the end of that. Yami's doing great this game with the Gragas as well.
Oh yeah, he is massive. He's been one of the biggest reasons why Nova is why Nova has been winning a lot of these team fights. I mean, even at the very beginning, he was also roaming very actively in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's been super active throughout the entire game, and it's been paying off. And to start these team fights, to get these picks, he's doing a little bit of everything here.
Definitely doing everything. Nian, though, wants the kill on towards Calm, drops towards the pool, and here comes the Ornn ult. Flash out to avoid that one. Yami is here once more. Nice dodge on towards that ult, but the ult of the Varus, unfortunately, will not be able to get anyone at this at the moment. Mitsura, the culling, close to killing Ize, however, and here comes that ult coming from Camille, and I think he's gone. Nice flash for Mitsura to avoid any sort of trade.
It's clear that Nova are in the driver's seat right now, but NAOS are trying to punch back. They're getting the picks where they can. They're trying to find situations where they can start team fights, get the engages going, and they managed to get a pick of the Ize. They weren't quite able to get in the end, but that's something, right? That's something you have to take at this point. Next dragon's gonna be a big one. Mountain Dragon will be up soon. Let's see if NAOS manage to contest.
Yeah, so far all the dragons has been on the ends of Nova's pocket. Has been a difficult... Oh, maybe they're trying to go into the driver's seat this time around, because every time they wanted to start a fight, or rather wanted to take an objective, it has always been a pick, making it to a 4v5, and therefore they cannot fight.
Yeah, this is such a rough situation for NAOS. They need to try to force their way into the dragon pit, into the river, but putting themselves in a situation like that is putting themselves at the mercy of Nian's Vlad, which is so good at these clustered team fights. If you can get on top of your backline, on top of your double AD carry, I don't know if there's much you can do. Mitsura.
Oh, he's almost gone. Is able to escape that what do you call this? Istana at least. Here comes the Hextech ultimatum. It's just pure chaos at this point. Margot is unfortunately gone, and Nova's winning the team fight, and everybody just gone in a flash. And it's only Mitsura and Mirmo left alive.
And Nian did so much there, starting off the team fight by being aggressive, as well as just denying any possibility to get in on top of him with the pull. And looking for the Nexus, but with shield, I don't think we can get this. That's just gonna be the mid lane turret dropping here. Double AD carry from NAOS is alive, but you have to be so careful. It's so easy for them to die against any of the Nova champions if they get caught out.
Yeah, the positioning of Nova whenever they want to do the dragon dance, and now they're hitting on this Baron, and this is a 100% acquired, and all of the objectives has been on the ends of Nova, which makes it even harder and harder for the rest of NAOS to fight back, basically.
Yeah, NAOS have gotten one Rift Herald this game, and to their credit, they made good use of it. But Nova, they just full control of the game. Culling being used to just try to clear the Baron and power wave. They won't even be able to get the top lane turret. 3 items now for Long. He is such a scary Yon. I want to see what Vlad has. I'm afraid of him at this point.
Those two champions right now, those two players are incredibly massive at this point. Even with even with the Zhonya's Hourglass as well for mid survivability. Yeah, you're not getting him at all.
Basically full item as well on this Vladimir right now. He's gonna one-shot your back line. If someone pops the Banshee's Veil, the Edge of Night on the Varus, he's just gonna die.
Yeah, it's just a lot of burst damage coming from the ends of Neon, and Nova's playing this very disciplined. They're just trying to get these potential on the ends of NAOS, but Long is able to eliminate the rest of NAOS at this point. Here comes the dive, here comes the retaliation, and Ize is gonna finish off the Nexus despite all of that chaos, and it's just another day at the office, just straight to drinking, I don't know, water, coffee, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't even think he needs coffee after that one. He's just chilling. Long was farming, looking for picks, doing everything the jungle MVP does. And there was just a dominant performance from the side of Nova. My personal MVP though was Yami that game. He was instrumental for all the picks, roaming across the map. And of course, I do want to point out the location. It's not Shanghai, it is Foshan in China. So